What's going on, everybody? Team of Gaming here. I'm Kaz.
I'm Jeremy.
And Happy New Year! This is our first video of 2022. We hope you guys enjoy it. So today, we are going to be removing characters from Smash. And we're doing this because in the next Smash game, they talked about they had to make cuts. So we're choosing what we think is the best cuts to make in terms of characters. Our goal is to try to remove 49 characters. So a bunch of your favorites are going to be gone. Please, I'm going to say it again, don't get mad at us. And we're going to be leaving the roster with 39 characters. So we're going to try to leave all of the goodies and get rid of most of the baddies. And before we get into that, make sure you like, sub, check out all of our other playlists, check out our what ifs, check out our Smash analysis, and let's get right into it.
Now, getting into the characters that will be cut out, getting the boot. We're going to start off with the obvious one, the first that you would probably kick out, the Echo Fighters. So these characters are going to include Daisy, Ken, Dark Pit, Dark Samus, Lucina, and Chrom. And then the characters that are just too similar, have really similar movesets. These include Dr. Mario, Isabelle, Pichu, Toon Link, and Young Link. These characters are just simply too similar to another character. They usually have the exact same moveset with little differences, and getting rid of these characters still leaves players to play a character with the same moveset. So, we can just cut these out and they still have their original character to play. It doesn't really matter that much. So this also spices up the originality a little bit. There will be no characters in our defined roster that won't be similar to each other, have the same playstyle, moveset, etc.
So our next group of characters we called Unpopular Characters. And these characters are Piranha Plant, Ice Climbers, Wii Fit, Corrin, Robin, Byleth, Bowser Jr., Rosalina and Lumba, Duck Hunt, Meta Knight, Rob, Incineroar, Greninja, Palutena, Puff, King K. Rool, and Wolf. Now, we also have an exception in this category. We considered Sheik and Zero Suit Samus to be kind of unpopular. So what we did was we made Sheik and Zelda become one character again, and Samus and Zero Suit Samus become one character again also. That's just kind of the shorten the roster, but also keep them in the game. Now, I know what you're saying. How is Wolf? How is King K. Rool? How are Puff on this list? We had to make cuts. We had to make a lot of cuts, and these characters were just unpopular than others. Characters in this category are just not as popular as other characters on the roster. Just because you see your favorite character on this list does not mean they are a bad character, just that we think they are not as played and not as seen as other characters. We also consider the characters themselves on the list not to be as well known as other characters. They're not as easily recognized as some of the other characters. And these characters are ordered from least popular to most popular, somewhat. It's kind of impossible to order them exactly, least popular to popular. Yeah, there's a lot of characters in here that are played and are seen, but for the most part, I think most of these characters have a good reason to go. King K. Rool, compared to the other villains like King DDD and Bowser, we decided to get rid of him. Wolf, compared to Villager, which were our kind of choices for the last couple, we decided to get rid of him. The rest are kind of self-explanatory. Incineroar is kind of a lesser-known Pokemon. Rob's kind of an old action figure. And yeah, we feel most of these characters should go. We gave them the boot.
And now to the next section of characters that we're going to be giving the boot to make a brand new roster. These are characters that you'll probably see happy to go, to be honest. It's going to be the characters with a bad play style. So most of these characters simply just don't fit into Smash. They source material from original games and just end up making an uninspired or annoying moveset from whatever character it may be. The development team always had to change key things about a character to make them work, which ended up just being an insult to the original character. So we think it's better to just simply remove them rather than keep them in. And these characters also just include, just really, really annoying movesets. You just don't want to play against these characters at all. It's just either they're a bad matchup because they're just broken, or you get the idea. So these characters are going to include Min Min, Lucas, Game & Watch, Olimar, finally, Pythra. All these characters, they're just really annoying. Lucas spams PK Fire, Game & Watch up Bs. Almar, he just throws Pikmin. Pithra is just annoying and broken. And then we get to some interesting ones here. We have Banjo-Kazooie, like, he has grenades. That's probably the most interesting part. And then he has, like, the egg resets. But that's just, like, technical stuff. Otherwise, he just side Bs, and he's just boring altogether. And then Bayonetta, the playstyle doesn't work, She's from a beat-em-up style game, so taking that and putting it into Smash is kind of like, eh. And then we have the Mii Fighters. So these characters are kind of like the argument I had in Echo Fighters as well. They're just too similar to the other characters to just keep them in and have them be original characters. Like, yes, you can like design your own character. You can make like John Wick, which I have done. You can make other characters that are probably not safe to say in this video. But, the movesets are just mundane and they can be really annoying. And the last part of this section is going to include some flawed characters. And they include some characters that just don't work in the game. The obvious one being Ridley. He's just too big, too light to even work. His moveset is like but the huge flaw is that he's just badly designed. Then Lucario, his gimmick is interesting, but in this game, honestly, it just doesn't work. And this is why he just loses a bunch of matchups, because he just dies early. He can't deal out the damage that he needs to before his gimmick actually kicks in. So, that really doesn't work. And then you could even say the same thing with Min Min. Like, yes, you took ARMS and brought it to Smash, but the whole thing just doesn't work. So she just ends up zoning and being annoying.
Now, I know this might be controversial, but we're getting rid of third-party characters, and I'll explain after I read the list, but here's the list. Hero, Snake, Sora, Joker, Simon, Richter, Mega Man, Sephiroth, Kazuya, and Terry. And we left in the game, we left Sonic, Ryu, Steve, Cloud, and Pac-Man. They're all left in the game, and the others are all gone. So third-party characters are cool, but it's much harder to get them back in the game than other characters. There's extra steps for each third-party character. You have to get rights and all this other BS. So we are only removing a handful of them because we think there's ones that are important that should stay in Smash, that they have a legacy kind of in Smash. And after all, Smash Ultimate is a Nintendo game, so let's, I guess, try to keep it more Nintendo and keep the Nintendo characters in rather than the non-Nintendo characters. But I'll try to give an explanation for why we got rid of some and why we kept some. So there's a lot of Square Enix characters, so we decided to just kick a bunch of them, like Hero, Sora, Sephiroth. They're all really dope characters, but we just decided to give them the boot. There's already a lot of them. Joker, we thought his moveset wasn't really too cool. I mean, his game is really popular, but we just decided there were better ones to stay. Simon and Richter, we felt they weren't as popular as other choices as well. Castlevania is kind of an old game, and yeah, they have their anime and they have their new games, but we still thought they weren't crazy. And Kazuya and Terry, we kind of thought they were similar to Ryu, so we kind of gave them the boot. And the reason we left Sonic has been in Smash Brawl, Smash 4. He's been here for a while. We decided to keep him. He's also popular. Ryu, we thought he's a big character. He should stay. Steve is from the most popular game, and Microsoft and Nintendo kind of have a relationship, so we thought maybe he'd be easy, maybe he'd be good to stay in the game. Cloud, he's a huge character, and I know Square Enix is going to be hard to get back, but I feel like Cloud's just a good third-party character to have in. And Pac-Man's really popular. He's been popular for 40 years. He's also been in Smash 4 as well as Smash Ultimate. So yeah, third-party characters they're really cool, and they're probably the coolest in the roster, honestly. But honestly, if the next Smash game comes around, they're gonna get cut. It's the sad reality. But we thought these were the best characters to get rid of.
So why did we keep the characters that we did? We had to make some tough choices doing this video, without a doubt. Most of the DLC is gone, and some fan favorites had to be cut out to meet our goal and minimize the roster. Wolf, Young Link, Meta Knight, Snake, the Belmonts, Mega Man, even some others. Getting up to the final cuts was quite the challenge, and honestly, I think Nintendo would get more death threats than putting in Byleth in the game if they made any more cuts than we decided to do. But this makes us realize exactly how Smash fans would be disappointed with a smaller roster such as this one. It's an extremely hard choice to make, but for a new Smash game to be made, this is one of the things that has to happen.
And that is it. I know you're mad. Oh, whoa. Chill, yo. I know you're mad, but we had to cut a lot of characters, and it was hard. I was crying too when we saw our favorite characters go as well. But in the next Smash game, that's how it's most likely gonna be. A lot of characters are gonna get the boot, and they're gonna go bye. And if you want to know more about the future of Smash, you could check out our previous video, actually titled "The Future of Smash," where we go over what will be happening with Smash, what games will be coming out, or well, potentially games. Maybe Smash won't have any more games. I don't know. You have to go watch the video to find out what's gonna happen. And before we go, I want to say Happy New Year's. Hope you had a good Christmas, good New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.